all of your points. And every time I go to talk, you either cut me off or you say I'm deflecting. What I'm saying to you is every person that you've had on the show does not account for every Black woman. I did not.
Did I say it did? What do you think you're doing right now? What do you think you're doing right now?
Sir,
what do you think you're doing right now?
Please allow me.
What do you think you're doing right now?
I can't. I'm trying to speak.
What do you think you're doing right? Do you think what do you think this is doing for the image of Black women?
What are you? I'm showing you something different. What you're saying?
No, you're really
Black
not.
women. Sir, you won't even let me finish my point, though. I can. You're saying we're having a conversation. You gave me your talking points. I allowed you to speak. You said I was over talking you. I shut up and I allowed you to talk. Now I'm trying to say my points to counter what you were saying, and you're not allowing me to talk because you're talking over me. So I'm asking if you can give me the same respect that I just gave you, sir. That would be much appreciated.
Hello, guys. It's Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Woman Exodus. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and share. Please also subscribe. Please comment in the comment section and in the chat. Shout out to all my exes in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for always tuning in. You guys are amazing. Also, if you have any tips or suggestions for shows, please send them to lexusexoduschannel@gmail.com. Please also send stories to me as well. So if you have any ideas for Blackistan Zoo stories, it really is very, very helpful if you send like links of examples of what you're talking about and different story or video clips that really show and really illustrate what you're thinking of. Also, if you have a moment, please, y'all know the naked trolls are lurking. They're trying to silence your girl. So please follow the backup page at LexX, is LEXEX. I will also link it in the description below. Today is another installment of my daily series called the Blackistan Zoo, where we profile the animals, monsters, derelicts, and other crazy creatures in Blackistan. So I'll continue doing this throughout the month of April. Then I'll level set and review the likes, the views, and the comments just to make sure that the engagement and the response that you guys are giving me aligns with how much work this takes. This is hard work and I enjoy doing it, but I want you guys just to give me a like. It don't cost nothing. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a subscribe, hit the notification bell. Because what will happen is the first week of May, I'm actually going on vacation with my hubby, so no Blackistan Zoo series then, but during that time I'll also be reviewing the response to this series to make sure that it's worth the level of engagement, the LOE that it takes to put these out to you guys. So okay, let's get to what we came here for. So today's installment is going to be about your sperm donor, your naked sperm donor. So these fools are found everywhere in Blackistan. I'm telling you, if you're a Black woman and you're listening, you probably know quite a few of sperm donors, or you may have been fathered by one, unfortunately. But you'll find these everywhere. You'll sometimes even see them on TV, on Maury, on Jerry Springer, things like that. So sperm donors, their behavior. So they are very prevalent in Blackistan. They're very promiscuous nakers who are disgusting, hoish men who slang peen all around the city. And they don't like to use protection either. But then, they'll fuck all these random women, but then get surprised when they end up having many children as a result of their irresponsible behavior. So your sperm donor in Blackistan is identifiable by creating tons of bastard children across the city that don't look or that they don't provide for. Don't have their last name. So they'll impregnate a bunch of women randomly and then they'll abandon them. So they like to pump and dump. They are kings of the pump and dump. And they'll leave the women scrambling to pick up the pieces. And they may show up every so often. So they might show up because they want some ass. Or if it's tax time, they'll return home to their mammy right around January to benefit off of, the mom's resources and financially to benefit off of her. They also may show up randomly with matching outfits for their kid every Christmas, for an Instagram photo shoot, or when it makes sense, like Father's Day, they might show up randomly on the mammy's doorstep just to take a picture with their kid, and then we'll pawn them and abandon them again, abandon the children again, and we'll leave the woman to pick up the pieces. But they're not there. They're only there for the special occasions, but they're not there for the day-to-day stuff, the tough stuff. So when we talk about feeding these children, working hard to provide for them, to give them clothes, to provide a roof over their head, they're not there helping with schoolwork and kissing the boo-boos and the scratches and the scrapes that children often get. But when it comes to, the celebratory stuff, when it comes to special occasion stuff, yeah, they'll be there for a photo op. Hence the term sperm donor was coined, because they're not really fathers. They just gave sperm and then abandoned the women that they laid down with. So they're very common, again, all throughout Blackistan, because we know Nakers, they lack accountability. They don't know anything about culpability or responsibility. So it is very, very, it's an ape's nature to pump and dump and to impregnate women and to abandon them to fend for themselves. So notable sperm donors: rapper Future, who has 10 damn kids, never married any of their mothers. Fetty Wap, the struggle rapper, who was a one-hit wonder and has one eye. He's a one-eyed sperm donor who's creating all these children, all these fatherless bastard children all throughout the country, and then leaving the mother scrambling to fend for themselves and try to figure out how to provide. Lil Wayne as well. He is a sperm donor, a notable sperm donor. All these children with different women, and none of them look alike at all, because all the mothers are different races. So they all have different last names, different appearances, different ethnic backgrounds, just because he is spreading his seed to any woman who will open up their legs. And these are your supposedly high value men from the community. So you got to think about it and use common sense. If you can be a multi-millionaire and still be a deadbeat, imagine how bad it is in Blackistan and in the hood and in Nicaragua, where these niggers are broke but still like to have sex and like to procreate without any responsibility or culpability. So let's look at your sperm donor in his natural habitat, and then we'll go from there. So let's watch this first video.
Hey, we'll leave that shit. Motherfuckers fucked up, OG.
Man, that's fucked up.
I be fucked up if that was my daddy, you hear me? Motherfucker.
Man, he would have been charged with that too.
Oh, for real, huh?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. What the fuck are you smoking?
On me, on that shit?
I'm pointing over here. I'm pointing your baby on top, and you steady going and shit like, damn, man.
These niggas
Oh,
don't
that's a
fuck
newborn. How can you forget shit like
on
that?
me. Niggas don't need.
So what a dumb fuck. What a dummy. What a dumb naker. But this is your average sperm donor. So this dummy forgot his damn newborn baby was on top of his car. And it's like, how stupid can you be, fool? But apes are dumb. They lack basic levels of intellect. They lack basic logic and reasoning. This is your typical sperm donor for you. He like the guy commented who had to chase him down to get him to remember that the fucking kid was in the car. He was probably high or drunk or something. And he almost done killed the damn baby because he forgot the baby was on top of his car. So you want to be very careful, Black woman, when you're around sperm donors. Be careful about your gene pool. You want to protect that at all costs, because you don't want to procreate with derelicts like this who will forget just like that. Do you remember that one nigger who locked his baby in the backseat of his car and called the police, but let the baby die from heat exhaustion and being overheated? Let the damn baby die because he didn't want the police to break his car windows. That's your typical sperm donor. So this is very common in Blackistan. Tyrones, they aren't good dads. They aren't. Even when they attempt to be fathers, they're so negligent and so stupid and so idiotic. Things like this happen. So let's watch this next video clip that really illustrates and highlights your sperm donor and his idiotic behavior. So let's see what we have here.
Tell me your dad was a whore without
Y'all, I've been waiting for this one. In my 10th grade year in high school, my mom changed my school, and I got close with this girl, like, real close. One day, we all in class talking about, like, how our dads ain't shit, and how they not in our life and shit. Mind you, the girl is, like, white. She could go for mix, but everybody thinks she's white. So she proceeds to tell us about her dad and how her dad is black. Well, mixed, but black. We all like, show us a picture with your pale ass. You lying. Y'all, why she showed us a picture and I'm like, that's your daddy? That's your daddy? That's mine! What the fuck? Y'all wanna know the real thing? I'm born November 29th, 2001. This girl is born November 25th, 2001. I don't care. She was the mistake, not me.
Y'all. Okay. So, I don't know if y'all understood what was happening, but this is your typical Blackistan mess. So this girl talks about how, she was getting to know a girl, and it kind of seemed like she was talking about romantically. The girl's clearly a lesbian, so maybe they were dating or something. And she was saying how she had this random girl in her class that she met that she was romantically seeing, and she was a very, very light, white passing girl. And they all talked about how their dads wasn't shit. Well, the girl whoops out a picture of her dad, and it turns out they got the same goddamn daddy. Y'all see that mess? Y'all see that mess? And this is my thing, and I remember hearing a theory on a divestment channel that said the reason why Blackistan is so dysfunctional is because Tyrones like to have all these little children, all these bastard children sprinkled everywhere, all throughout the world. So these children will oftentimes meet one another and not realize that they're related, and they'll end up procreating with one another and they siblings. But they don't know it because they eight fathers are all around just spreading their seed. Spreading it wide, dipping it low, and busting everything down with two legs. And I really think there's some validity to that, because how many of y'all know people who ended up finding out that they had half brothers and half sisters that they had no idea about just because they dads was hoes? It's not uncommon to, meet someone and to become romantically interested in them in Blackistan and realize you're actually related to them because you're a nigger father. These niggers have so many damn children. It's very, very likely if your dad is a Tyrone, you have random siblings and unknown brothers and sisters walking around. And I can't. I really do think that because these apes have sex with so many women, oftentimes siblings will meet one another unknowingly, and not knowing that they're siblings, and will procreate and create these degenerate children with all these disabilities and inbred tendencies. I really do. I always say this to my husband. I would not be surprised. My dad's getting older. He's aging. I would not be surprised if at his funeral we see a whole bunch of secret families and a whole bunch of secret children and secret baby mothers just coming out the woodwork, because that's how my dad was and that's how apes are. So let's review another sperm donor in his natural habitat.
By the Z, not you.
Just pay for it.
Nah, I invited my daughter, not you. You trying to hop in the con shit. No. I'm not finna, no. You tripping. Where your money at?
I'm not paying for this. You doing all that.
Man, you doing all that. You supposed to pay for your
Lord,
own
your
shit. I told my daughter to come, not you.
Lord, why you pay for that?
You got me fucked up, I'm telling you. You got
I'm
me
not
fucked
paying
up.
for this. Pay for that.
Look, you is paying for it. That's your shit.
I'm not paying for that shit.
You got me fucked up.
Why would you throw that shit on me? I'm not paying for that shit. Goofy, come on. Who fucking pay for their meals?
I invited my daughter.
You a whole nigga though.
though.
I'm not paying for
I
that
invited you.
I'm not paying paying for that shit.
I told you stay home.
Y'all see that mess? Y'all see that mess? So she's out to eat with her sperm donor. They get into a confrontation about who's going to foot the bill. The mother of his child is saying that he needs to pay for the bill. Instead of just doing that, because this is the person that has birthed your child, this is the person who went through 9 months of carrying your child. We all know the risks that Black women especially experience when giving birth. So she went through the labor pains. She went through rearing this child, creating this child in her own body, just for him to argue with her about paying for some food. And it looks like they're at like a sports bar. I don't know if this is like a B-Dubs, your local chicken spot, but it's obviously not a 5-star restaurant. Nothing to be causing a scene over. But this is what you get. So this man reacts very in a feminine manner and ends up throwing the mother of his child, throwing a drink on her. Embarrassing her in public because he don't want to pay for a $20 at best $20 meal for the person who birthed his child. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Here's another one. If that wasn't enough for you, let's keep watching.
I know you in there. I know you hear me. You probably in there. Suck. Why you ain't answering the phone? Huh? Bitch, why you not answering the phone? So you just not gonna answer? And you know I'm trying to drop your daughter off? You know I gotta go to work in the morning. Hey, bro. Whoever she up there with, she don't wash her clothes. Okay? Yeah. I should have never even busted you. I should have made you just catch it. Bitch, I should kick your win. Bitch, when I kick, I swear, watch this. Get your daughter. Yeah, be mama. Oh. Look, I'll give you $100 right now. You just open the door. I gotta go to work. Okay, I can't not. Hey.
Y'all see that crazy fool? Y'all see him? So here we have a Ring doorbell camera footage leaked of a woman who sperm donor arrived unannounced on her doorstep armed with a gun because she did not get their daughter. Come on, Black woman. Like, this is what I mean. And she's laughing, and this is not funny. This is not funny. This is very scary, and I can relate because I've had similar situations, especially when you've been in a situation with an abusive person. They are very, very possessive. And so even after you moved on, you may have relocated and uprooted things and started your life elsewhere. They'll still feel very entitled to you because to them, you're their property. You're just another object that they own. So they'll be very possessive and they'll arrive unannounced on your doorstep if they're really, really controlling and abusive. And that's what's happening. So he arrives on her doorstep with a gun, talking about she needs to get their daughter because he has to work. And I used to experience the same thing, but with my ex, he would lie and say that he had group projects and stuff. Mind you, we're in our 30s. Back then, we were in our late 20s. Fools still don't have a degree. But he would say stuff like this on a Saturday evening. Oh, I got a group meeting, a group project I got to do. So I need for you to come get him. And so I suspect that's what's happening here. And that this is so unfortunate and this is so scary and terrifying because he's trying to get her to open up the door. What if she did open up the door and didn't realize that he was armed? So this is why, we got to be really, really careful. Guard your gene pool with your life. Guard it. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're constantly engaging in these types of altercations with these men. Because it is not fun. I'm sure this man has probably, you see he's talking about who she with and, just being prying and prodding for information that is no longer his business. If it's really about her getting her daughter, why is he talking about who she has in the house with her? Why? You know what I mean? So, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is what the type of behavior that he is displaying just by her not answering the door and not getting her daughter for him to go to work. I wouldn't be surprised if there's very, very more dangerous, more nefarious behavior that's happening behind closed doors. He's probably popping up on her if she goes out on dates, or if she goes out to the club and things like that. And he's probably cussing her out via text and phone calls all the time. Y'all, okay, let's keep going.
Bitch, bye. Look at this bitch ass nigga getting put the fuck out. Gonna call the police on me. Cause he a bitch ass nigga don't want to watch his motherfucking kids. Yeah, I know I'm recording you, so when the police come here, then you don't know. Since you want to call the police on me. Yep, I sure did. Now, I sure hit you in your mouth. So what? I can say you failed. Yeah. How I'm hit you? You a grown ass man. Yeah, like a grown ass man. Take care of your kids, bitch. Fuck. That's what you should do. All I did was ask this nigga to take it. I asked him, is you getting your kids today? He want to ignore me. Bitch, I ain't talking to you. He want to ignore me, right? So I texted his ass. I said, since you don't want to have me with the kids, you might as well pack your shit and go. You went to the store, came back, and still texting me and talking shit to me. Because you ain't got nowhere to motherfucking go. Fuck you. Stop talking to me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You ain't helping with none. You just had some money the other day. Did you give me any money on the bill? You just had $400. Did you give me any money on the bill? But you said so much king talk. You the shit. You can't even watch your kids or pay a bill in this bitch? From in front of my house if you don't want to talk to me. And what? And I hit your ass like I wanted to. Right your mouth. Right your mouth. I will. You how many times you done got knocked out? Bitch, you want y'all to play crazy with me? Fuck up out of here.
Bring your ass out here and think you're gonna touch me again.
I'm already out here.
Come your ass right here and touch me. You gonna get it.
You want me to fight you. That's all you want, because you's a bitch ass nigga. You want me to fight you because I don't want you in my house no more. I don't want you anymore. This nigga, I asked him this morning, we was arguing last night. So I asked the nigga this morning, I said, I'm like, shit, can you watch the kids today? He ain't saying nothing. I said, so since you ain't talking to me still, you might as well pack your shit up and go. We was already arguing last night. So I said, you might as well just come get y'all shit. You might as well come pack your shit up and go. So go down the way, be in the streets where you want to be at. 'Cause every day you leave this motherfucker and be down the way on Superior. You don't get your kids. You don't do nothing. All you do, you come in this bitch, you come back in this bitch drunk and don't even say nothing to your kids. Don't hide nobody, your kids. I love you. None of that shit. You don't take them nowhere. You don't do none of that shit. You think you bought them a bike. You ain't bought no motherfucking bike. Come on now. I bought that bike. I thought about my son. You gave me $60. I paid your phone bill the other day. So, I charge you for it. Don't talk to me. Stay your ass over there. Stay your ass the fuck over there. I ain't talking to you anyways. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Look at this dumb ass. Look, still coming over here. I'm not getting off live, Sharia. No, I'm not. Because I'm tired of this nigga. I'm going to show everybody what kind of bitch.
Y'all can't. But this is Blackistan for you. So this woman talks about how he gets high with his friends, he gets drunk, but won't take care of his children. So he's living on her Section 8, so living with her in his Section 8 apartment. And he's doing nothing. Typical 8 likes to leech off of women, impregnate them. That way they have, they're homosexuals. So that way they secure, a place to live. They secure having a warm bed and food on the table without having to do anything. And this woman is fighting him. So now she'll possibly have assault charges and could possibly be arrested because she done lay down with this worthless nigger. Y'all, please stop having these ape children, because this is what you'll get in Blackistan. And I don't think y'all understand. This dysfunction and this toxicity and abandonment. You see her kids in the corner of the video. Y'all are traumatizing these poor kids. And, having children with these apes, you're just setting yourself up for a lifetime of strife and struggle every time you procreate with these monsters. So let's watch this last video of a sperm donor and how he disciplines his poor boys.
Tonight, these two boys are in good hands, playing with new toys after this cell phone video shows them being beaten by their own father in a Fordham Road subway station. For minutes, you see the father punching one child and grabbing the other by his hair. Pix 11 spoke exclusively by phone with the father. He's 35-year-old Joshua Jalid, and he's not denying his actions.
Punch him in the face, I punched him in the arm, and I grabbed his hair because he don't like it.
Jalid says he's stressed out and that he struggles with mental illness. At one point, he breaks down, admitting he needs help. On the day he turned on his boys, Jalid said he had been drinking and that the boys were first going at each other.
I punched him in the arm because they both were going back and forth. I just was not in my best state of mind. I love my kids every single day.
After watching the video, psychologist Dr. Jeff Gardier believes this is not the first time the boys have been subjected to this kind of treatment.
If it's happening in broad daylight, in public like that, what might be going on behind closed doors?
Police arrested the father last Saturday for a separate domestic abuse allegation, claiming he hit one of the boys with a belt. Jalid was released on his own recognizance yesterday. At that time, police were unaware of the subway incident. His rap sheet shows a troubling past, at least 37 arrests since 2003, including for domestic violence. Jalid tells us he too was abused as a child.
I'm not surprised if he claims that he was abused because we do know that is the cycle of violence that we see and why it's so important that the children get immediate, not just medical attention, but psychological attention.
The boys ages 7 and 9 are getting help. The NYPD's domestic violence unit and the rapid response unit spent the day shopping for the boys in hopes to restore their sense of confidence and security. In a statement, ACS said, "Our top priority is protecting the safety and well-being of all children in New York City. We are investigating this case and working with the NYPD." Nicole Johnson, Pix 11 News.
Y'all see that shit. So he's caught on camera beating these poor kids, this ape, the sperm donor. He punches the damn boy directly in the face. And I don't want to rewind it because I know that's particularly triggering for those, especially women who are sensitive to child abuse and who have been abused themselves as children. So I don't want to, replay it. But he's videoed punching these poor children in the face and is caught red-handed abusing them. And his excuse is that he's stressed and that he's overwhelmed and has mental issues. And this is why I can't with apes. This is why I can't with these sperm donors. Because we, black women, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders and we be stressed too. We be stressed the fuck out. When you guys abandon us with these illegitimate children, we be stressed, but we still take care of our kids. We still power throughout the day and still handle our business. We be angry too. And we've experienced abuse growing up. A lot of us have been sexually abused. A lot of us has been physically abused. But how come we grow and we figure out how to navigate the situation and pour into others as opposed to harming others? It makes us especially sensitive to those and empathetic to those who experience similar fates and children who are in similar circumstances. And that makes us want to start organizations where we help other children, not harm other children. So it's no excuse. He's talking about his struggles with mental illness. You know how many black women I know personally who deal with anxiety, who deal with depression, who deal with different mental illnesses, myself included. I went through a bout of depression. I still have panic attacks and anxiety attacks. But I still show up and show out every single day and continue to mother my kid. I love on my kid and I still put my best foot forward. I'm in therapy right now, healing. So why are we able to navigate these situations and navigate the same adversity and we become saviors and healers and lovers, people who love on one another? But y'all become the exact opposite and become menaces and become predators and just harm other unsuspecting, other innocent people. Harming innocent children. This big ass ape. punched a damn little boy in the face. And just like the doctor said, if he's beating these kids in public like he did, he's definitely fucking them up behind closed doors. And, you know, he clearly has issues. And he's talking about how he was abused as a kid. So, okay, the cycle continues. And for me, it's like, guess what's going to happen then? These kids are going to grow up and be menaces. They're going to grow up to be apes that are terrorizing women and other children. Y'all, so this is a classic case of your sperm donor. And I really hope that with these videos, you know, I hope that my message reaches at least one person and helps save a few women. And trust me, it might seem like an okay deal at the time, an okay idea at the time, but procreating with these apes is a quick way to ruin your life. Period. And I talk about my story, and I'm very vocal about how I was impregnated by an ape, by a sperm donor. And he was abusive and broke and was a cheater, and he was mentally ill. He dealt with mental illnesses. And in my little naive mind, I thought that ending that situation with him, I'd be able to pick up and just move on with my life. But nope, I'm stuck dealing with the nigger for the rest of my life. So, like, a lot of people will say, well, you'll have 18 years of dealing, you know, with this problematic person if you procreate with the wrong person. That's not true. It's not just till your kids turn 18, because if you're doing it right, you'll still continue to have to interact with that person at graduation day. You'll have to see that person during weddings. When I have grandchildren, I'm going to have to see this ape. So you really can't rid yourself of these problematic niggers until one of you guys are in the grave. That's the reality of the situation. And you don't want to experience that. And that's why it's so important to avoid these sperm donors and avoid having children with these niggers. I kick myself every day, daily, for having children with one of these ape sperm donors. Because everything in my life is good now. I'm happily married and I'm divested. Really enjoying myself. I have a great relationship with my husband, who loves and honors me, who takes care of me. I'm totally debt free. I have a great credit score. We drive luxury cars, take luxury vacations. We live in a gated community. I'm educated with multiple degrees. I also have a wonderful, lucrative career in the healthcare industry. But then it's like this one thing, this one really pervasive, problematic thing that I have to deal with. So I have to deal with this thorn in my side for the rest of my life. You know. And I don't wish that on anyone. So I encourage you, Black women, to close up your womb, child. Close up your womb. Don't become another baby mama at the hands of these ape sperm donors. And I won't tell you to have an abortion if you do end up in a tough situation. But what I will say is, what I advise younger women who are listening is really focus on prevention. So really focus on getting contraception and protecting yourself. But if you end up in a fucked up situation, I would encourage you to explore all of your options. And that's all I'll say. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk. Until next time. See you guys. Bye.
Fellas, if y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.